Hello and welcome back to Otogi Myth of Demons. So today we have the one and only stage that I personally do not enjoy. So this stage it has two things going for it that if it had just one or the other would be fine, but with this combined it makes this stage not only difficult at our level, or my level rather, in my game, which is 23 at the moment. But it's also a stage that you are really going to have to play through a number of times in order to complete. When I say a number of times, I mean a lot of times to fully get that A rating on objects destroyed, 100% of the spirits, and all that. And the two things going for it that create that that feeling is the first, it's an escort mission. We are charged with escorting a spirit from one end of the level to the next. The other, and while that's happening, all the enemies focus directly on that spirit. They don't really go for us at all. So they will swarm that spirit if you're not paying attention, if you don't know where the enemies are coming from, or if you just get overwhelmed. The other part that makes this, in combination with the escort mission, just very, very aggravating to play through, is that the enemy or the spirit that we are escorting will take damage from us. So if there are a lot of enemies surrounding this spirit, and a lot of them are the skulls, the floating skulls that do melee contact damage, it is very difficult to try to pinpoint your strikes to only hit the enemies and not hit the spirit. So at our level, this is, in my opinion, the reason they gave us the training sword, is if you are very powerful, over-leveled even, at this stage of the game, which I don't think we should be over-leveled at this stage of the game. However, it feels like we are. But this is a reason to grab the training sword because it has the lowest attack of all the weapons that we have. It's even lower than the magic staves, which say they are not used for striking. Like, that is what this, in my opinion, this weapon is used for. So we've got that on there. I have the level 2 dragon spell. I'm going to try this. I don't know if this works, but I'm going to try using the dragon spell in order to attack the enemies directly if they are far enough away from the spirit. Definitely don't want to increase my attack as much as possible, so we're not going to use that. And actually, I was thinking about this. I think I'm actually going to switch this over to the Belt of Good Omen, because once again, I really don't want to deal with I don't want to have to deal with the over damaging. That's not even what I was trying to say. I'm not trying to deal with damaging the spirit as soon as possible. I just want to be able to get the enemies off of it and kill them without killing the spirit. Okay, so this is what we're gonna try. We'll see if it works. Let's listen to the narrator speak about the stage, and then we will look at the creatures list and get into this.
A poisoned sea of red. Protect the purifying spirit and search for a lost soul cord.
Okay, so this is Lover's Rock. This is the reskin of the Lover's Rock stage. There is a lot of stuff that we would need to destroy in here as well, but you can't really go too far away from this this spirit for any amount of time. So it's going to be a little difficult to clear through all of this while still completing the stage. Now, for this stage, there is an item, a weapon to pick up, which is on the right rock of Lover's Rock there by that right Torii gate. So if we can get to it, we'll grab it. I will show it to you no matter what, where it is. Even if it's just a quick clip showing where it's at, and then we'll cut back. But the creatures in here, we've got the Spear Blackwing. We have seen these before. We have Death Serpents. I don't think we have seen these in the other world yet. So snake creatures of the, outer world, not other world. I'm thinking of Silent Hill. Snake creatures of the outer world's Crimson Sea. They feed on poisonous vapors and attack those who disturb them. They surpass living world serpents. House of Genbu. And then we have Death Skulls. I think we have seen them in the previous stage. I forget. I'll read through it anyways, just in case. Skull creatures formed of the agonies of starvation. Without self-awareness, they're simply beings that swarm souls and devour them greedily. House of Byakko. After reading that, I don't think we have seen them, actually. And that's it. So, these skulls are absolutely going to swarm this spirit. However, I believe the Spear Blackwings and the Death Serpents are the main damage dealers outside of us, ourselves. So they are going to mostly take priority, but you really are going to want to be on top of defending this spirit. So without further ado, let's get into here and get this over with.
A poisoned sea of red.
A man filled with sin cannot hope to live in peace. Free from his own guilt. And that was the problem Michisane faced. What answer did he find after all this time? I wonder. This is where the dead go to wash away their memories. The Crimson Sea. I will send
And
my
here's the
guardian
spirit.
For your
And we already have enemies coming at it.
Clear the sea's poisonous vapors for you. Guard it well. You must not leave the guardian
I know.
spirit's side.
Okay, so we got those.
It shall be your guide to the soul core.
Okay, so we got a bunch of guys coming. So let's see if that... I think that worked. Yes? Okay. It worked for a few of them. So I'm going to mostly be using my... Oh, please don't hit the... Thank you. I'm mostly going to be using light attack. In this entire level, along with my along with my spells or spell. Okay. So okay, be careful about that as well. He will take damage apparently from the destruction of buildings and whatnot. I'm just looking back every now and then, making sure he's still here, making sure he's still coming towards us. Okay, we got some spear guys. I don't know why my spells are not going towards them, but they weren't. Okay. You still good? You still good. Okay. Yeah, so if you're going to attack the buildings, or the bridges, just make sure you're attacking them in front of or away from the spirit. So we're doing well right now. We do run out of magic much faster if we step away from the spirit. So you want to stay by it as much as you can. Okay, so we're getting a little overwhelmed here. I'm gonna try to make sure these guys... Oh, please don't. Oh my spirit. Okay, so the weapon is over here. You can see it right there. I'm gonna try to grab it before we either win or lose this. Okay, we got it. It's the Punisher. Okay. All right. And we got through that, thankfully. All right, that is it. We got the Punisher. We did finish that in the first try. Our level has risen, which is going to make doing this this level even harder when we continue to grind through the spirits released and objects destroyed. So the strategy I used, which was using the dragon spell, did work great. So I would recommend that. I tried this once before this without using any spells, but then again, I also had harder hitting equipment on. I still had, I believe, the golden dragon and some other things that were increasing our damage, but ended up losing because the spirit took too much damage, both from me and from the enemies around me. So I would highly recommend using the dragon spell for this. So, the Punisher slaughtered 1,000 creatures. A curved sword made by fusing together 3 swords taken from demon corpses, favored by a certain exiled sorcerer, has slain over 1,000 creatures. So it sounds like this might have been Michizane's weapon of choice. They could be talking about a different sorcerer, I do not know. Let's go ahead and repair it, just to sort of see where it lies with... Oh, that's a hefty repair price. But let's see where it lies in regards to its stats once it is fully repaired. Just want to make sure I don't need to repair anything else. We do not. Okay, so this guy, it has pretty decent attack. It's not the best in the world. But it's got decent attack, decent defense. It's not really great with magic power. I could certainly find better weapons, I believe, to acquire, or to use, rather. Because we already acquired it. Okay, speaking of which, let's go to the shop, see if there's anything new to buy. We don't have anything new. We still have the 3 weapons here. I believe all these spells now are going to be found in the levels. And we only have this left. We still need to save up the 32,000 for this. This is going to be my next purchase. Even though I don't need it, I don't have any intention to actually use this. By the time we get this, we will probably already be max level or close enough to it that I don't need to worry about it. Max level being 31. Okay. So, that was the Red Sea. Once again, if you're as high level as me, you kind of want to tone your attack down for this level. I highly recommend using the 3 light attacks and then the magic spell dragon combo for this. The dragons home in on the enemies. It seemed to leave our spirit guide alone for the most part. You want to make sure you are not destroying anything where the destroyed objects or debris are going to be in the path of the spirit. And the Punisher is on the right side of Lover's Rock. So, that being said, I do hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed it. I actually did have fun with this one because even though it was very stressful, I got it done fairly simply. So I'm feeling good about this one. So, as always, any love you decide to show to the channel or to the video is greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great day, great night. I hope you are all doing well, and I will see you in the next video. So long.